Good morning students, this is Neha Jain from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group Kota. So children, in the part 1 I have already taught you regarding the introduction and the explanation of the ratio. Now today in this part 2 of the ratio and proportion we will study regarding the topics of explanation of proportion and unitary method. Now children, we have studied about ratio. Now come to proportion. What is proportion? Equality of two ratios is called proportion. That is, जब दो रेशियो आपस में इक्वल होते हैं तो हम उसको क्या बोलते हैं? proportion. That is, equality of two ratio is termed as proportion. Four numbers are said to be in proportion if the ratio of the first two is equal to the ratio of the last two. That is, A, B, C and D are in proportion if A is to B is equals to C is to D, or can be written as A is to B double colons, that is C is to D, where this symbol is the sign of proportion. So children, proportion means when the two ratios are equal to each other, then we can tell that these are in proportion. And what is the symbol for proportion? That is, we are using the double colon sign. First and fourth term, that is A and D, are called extremes, and second and third terms, that is B and C, are called means or middle terms. Important relation: if A, B, C and D are in proportion, then A upon B is equals to C upon D, which implies A into D is equals to B into C. That is children, जब भी कोई दो रेशियो प्रोपोर्शन में होते हैं तो हम उसको कैसे लिख सकते हैं? यहाँ पे फोर टर्म्स है. इफ देयर आर फोर टर्म्स, that is A, B, C and D, so we can write it as A upon B is equals to C upon D, and we can just cross multiply it. That is A into D is equals to B into C. What? First of all, as it is being told that first product of the first and the fourth term are known as the extremes. तो ये क्या होता है? That is A and D are known as the extremes, and A into D we are just cross multiplying it. That is A into D is equals to B into C. That is, product of extremes is equals to the product of means. That is children, A and D, that is the first and the last term, are known as the extremes, and the second and the third term are known as the means. So we can just write, when the two ratios are in proportion, we can just write it as A into D, that is the product of first and last term, is equals to the product of the second and the third term, which can be also written as product of extremes is equals to product of the means. Determine if the 15, 45, 40, 120 are in proportion. So we have to just check that the terms given are in proportion or not. So I will just solve this question on the board. So just see, 15, 45, 40 and 120. We have to check that these four terms are in proportion or not. So how to solve it? First we will take the ratio of first two terms, that is 15 is to 45, which is equals to 15 upon 45. We will just simplify it. 15 ones are 15, 15 threes are 45. So your ratio of first two terms is 1 is to 3. Similarly, we will just find the ratio of 40 and 120. That is 40 is to 120. किसका रेशियो लेंगे? 40 और 120 का. So we can write 40 upon 120. We will again simplify. 4 ones are 4, 4 threes are 12. So again the ratio comes to be 1:3. So we can just write, children, that 15:45 is equals to 40:120. So we can say, since both the ratios are equal to each other, therefore the terms 15, 45, 40 and 120 are in proportion. Now the next question is the given statement true? That is 45 kilometer is to 60 kilometers is equals to 12 hours is to 15 hours. So what is the question? We have to just check or verify whether 45 kilometer is to 60 kilometer is equals to 12 hours is to 15 hours. हमको क्या करना है? वेरीफाई करना है कि जो चारों टर्म्स प्रपोर्शन में दी हुई है क्या ये ट्रू है या नहीं है, हमें इसको वेरीफाई करना है. So what we'll do, children? Again we'll find out the ratio, and if the ratio is coming same, we can say that these terms are in proportion. Okay, so now just see, the question is, first we'll find the ratio of 45:60, and then we'll find the ratio of 12:15. So we can simplify it. 45 upon 60. So when we find the ratio, 5 9s are 45, 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12. So the ratio of 45:60 is 3:4. Again we will simplify the next ratio, that is 12 upon 15, 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15, which is equals to 4:5. So 3:4 is not equals to 4:5. Is it clear? So these terms are not in proportion. Or children, you can also use the another method, that is by the cross multiplication, that is 45 into 15 and 12 into 60. When you will take the product, you will just find it out that the products are not equal. So this statement is not true. Now next question, determine if 20 centimeter is to 1 meter and 40 is to 160 forms a proportion. So what you have to check, does these four terms are in proportion or not? So we'll just apply the same method. Also write the middle terms and extreme terms where the ratio form a proportion. Is it clear? So we'll first check that these four terms are in proportion or not. First of all, see children, here it is 25 centimeter and here it is 1 meter. Units are not same. So first of all, you have to just convert the unit. Either both the units should be converted into centimeter or they should be in meter, because we can compare the quantities only when their SI units are same. So I will just solve this question on the board, that is ratio of 25 centimeter to 1 meter. 25 centimeter to 1 meter. As you know, 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. Now you can see that both the antecedent and the consequent are having the same SI units, that is in centimeters. So both the terms are comparable now. So you can find the ratio. अब हम क्या कर सकते हैं, इसका रेशियो ले सकते हैं. So you can write that is 25 upon 100. 25 ones are 25, 25 fours are 100. So your ratio comes out to be 1:4. Now the next two terms are, that is rupees 40 is to rupees 160. अब हम इसका रेशियो फाइंड करेंगे, that is 40 upon 160. So 0 will be cutted. 4 ones are 4 and 4 fours are 16. So again the ratio comes out to be 1:4. So we can say children that 1:4 is equals to 1:4. So these all four terms are in proportion, and we have to also just write it down, the middle terms and the extreme terms. So what are the middle terms? That is the product of the second and the third term. So which is the second and third term? That is 1 meter and rupees 40, and the extreme terms. Now what are the extreme terms over here? That is 25 centimeter and rupees 160. So these terms are in proportion. Now our next topic is unitary method. The method in which first we find the value of one unit and then the value of the required number of units is known as the unitary method. तो हमें यूनिटरी मेथड में क्या करना देता है, वॉट एवर द थिंग हैज बीन गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन, तो सबसे पहले किसी एक चीज की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करते हैं और फिर इस क्वेश्चन में जितना हमें बोला जाता है, जितनी नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स हमें फाइंड करनी है उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम उसे सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं. सो नाउ जस्ट सी द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज सपोज द कॉस्ट ऑफ 6 cans इज ₹210. तो हमें क्या दिया हुआ है कि 6 cans का कॉस्ट कितना है, 210 रुपीज. टू फाइंड द कॉस्ट ऑफ 4 cans यूजिंग द यूनिटरी मेथड वी फर्स्ट फाइंड द कॉस्ट ऑफ 1 can. तो हमें यूनिटरी मेथड के अकॉर्डिंग क्या बताना है कि सबसे पहले हम किसी एक कैन का क्या करेंगे, कॉस्ट फाइंड आउट करेंगे और फिर उसके बाद जितनी नंबर ऑफ कैंस का हमें कॉस्ट पूछा गया है हम उससे उसको मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. सो जस्ट वी विल सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन ऑन द बोर्ड. व्हाट इज बीइंग गिवन, cost of 6 cans is equals to ₹210. अब यूनिटरी मेथड क्या कहता है कि आपको जो भी क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ उसके अकॉर्डिंग आप क्या करोगे, एक यूनिट की आप कॉस्ट निकालोगे. तो हमको क्या दे रखा है, 6 cans का कॉस्ट दे रखा है. तो सबसे पहले हम क्या निकालेंगे, वी विल फाइंड द कॉस्ट ऑफ 1 can. सो विल जस्ट राइट इट डाउन. Cost of 1 can is equals to 210 upon 6. So we'll just simplify this. 3 2s are 6, 3 7s are 21, 0. So cost of 1 can is ₹35. हमने क्या करा है, सबसे पहले 4 can का 6 cans का आपको कॉस्ट दे रखा था, हमने 1 can का कॉस्ट निकाला है. नाउ व्हाट हैज बीन आस्क्ड इन द क्वेश्चन में अब क्या पूछा गया है कि हमको 4 can का कॉस्ट और निकालना है. वी हैव टू फाइंड द कॉस्ट ऑफ 4 cans. सो नाउ 1 can का कॉस्ट आ गया है. सो कॉस्ट ऑफ 4 cans is equals to 35 into 4. So which is equals to ₹140. So cost of 4 cans is equals to ₹140. Now see the next question, children. If the cost of 7 meter of cloth is ₹1470, find the cost of 5 meter of cloth. Again the same thing is there, that is the cost of 7 meter of cloth has been given to you and you have to find the cost of 5 meter of cloth. तो हम यहाँ पे क्या अप्लाई करेंगे, that is we will apply the unitary method. तो यूनिटरी मेथड के अकॉर्डिंग क्या होता है कि हमको क्या दे रखा है, 7 मीटर का कॉस्ट दे रखा है. तो सबसे पहले क्या निकालना पड़ेगा, हमें 1 मीटर ऑफ क्लॉथ का कॉस्ट निकालना पड़ेगा और जो भी 1 मीटर ऑफ क्लॉथ का कॉस्ट आएगा उसको हम किससे मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, 5 मीटर ऑफ क्लॉथ से. सो विल जस्ट सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन ऑन द बोर्ड. सो एज पर द क्वेश्चन व्हाट इज गिवन, कॉस्ट ऑफ 7 meter of cloth is equals to ₹1470। तो 7 मीटर ऑफ क्लॉथ का कॉस्ट कितना दे रखा है? 1470 रुपीज। तो अब हम क्या निकालेंगे यूनिटरी मेथड के अकॉर्डिंग? 1 मीटर ऑफ क्लॉथ का कॉस्ट निकालेंगे। सो देयरफॉर कॉस्ट ऑफ 1 मीटर of cloth is equals to 1470 upon 7. So 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14, 7 ones are 70. So cost of 1 meter of cloth is rupees 210. Now what has been asked? That you have to find the cost of 5 meters of cloth. So now we can determine the cost of 5 meter of cloth. Cost of 5 meter of cloth is equals to 210 into 5. हमने ऐसा क्यों किया है? क्योंकि कॉस्ट ऑफ 1 मीटर ऑफ क्लॉथ क्या दे रखा है? 210। तो 1 मीटर ऑफ क्लॉथ की कॉस्ट यदि 210 रुपीज है तो 5 मीटर ऑफ क्लॉथ की कॉस्ट कितनी होगी? दैट इज मल्टीप्लाई बाय 210 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 5. सो दैट इज 1050 रुपीज. सो कॉस्ट ऑफ 5 मीटर ऑफ क्लॉथ इज रुपीज 1050. So I hope children whatever I have taught you understood it well. So please keep on practicing the questions. Be healthy and safe. Thank you.